السلام عليكم، كيف حالكم أعزائي الطلاب؟ أرحب بكم مرة ثانية في سلسلة ايلتس ان ديتيلز. كما وعدتكم حيكون مجموعة من الليسنز اللي هي عبارة عن مناقشة جميع البوينتس في الايلتس، وحنبدأ سيكشن. أنا طبعا I have started section 1 which is listening. أعطيت المرة الماضية key facts about listening test. في هذه السيشن أو في هذا الشورت فيديو we will be discussing a very important point which is types of questions in IELTS listening. طبعا في مجموعة من ال questions which is very common in IELTS listening حسب each section. For example in section 1 بيكون sentence completion, in sentence 3 بيكون في multiple choice and so on. I will start. The first type of questions which is completion. Completion, sometimes you have a table, notes, summary, etc. You need to complete it depending on the recording that you hear. For example, in section 1, mostly we have some notes and we need to complete them. For example, in section 1, you need to complete the date and the name. Of course, you need to be very careful about spelling. The other type of questions which is considered difficult for most of the students in IELTS listening, which is multiple choice question or what we call MCQ. These questions, it can be different kinds. It can be 1 out of 3, 2 out of 5 or 3 out of 6. I want to tell you important advice. في نصيحة مهمة جدا في multiple choice. When you are given time before the questions, look at the questions. Don't look at the choices. Just look at the questions, especially in the questions which is multiple choice 1 out of 3. So in other sections which is 2 out of 5 and 3 out of 7, you need to look at the whole or all the choices. Now, for example, for questions which is here 2 out of 5, here 5 out of 7. Here you need to choose 5 out of 7. So, for example, which is very difficult for the students, example, choose 5 answers from the list. He give you a list which has 7 choices and you need just to choose 5 of them. For example, he tell you what are the things that you need to take with you to the trip or to the camp. Then he mentioned many things and you need to select 5 correct things he has mentioned. Sometimes you need to be very careful about distractors, المشتتات. هو أحيانا يذكر أشياء ولكن ما يحتاج يأخذها معه. For example, when you have a list of things that you need to choose 5 of them, food, you need to bring food to the camp. Then one of the guys asked another, do I need to bring clothes? When you hear clothes, then you directly choose clothes. Then you have to listen at the end until the end. The other guy may tell him, no need to bring clothes or something like this. So we need to be very careful about distractors, especially in the multiple choice questions. The other kind of questions which is matching. You need to match information, headings and features, which is not very common in IELTS listening. Important type in IELTS listening, which is labeling. You need to label a map or diagram. For example, he show you in the test, they show you, for example, a map, and this map has many letters A, B, C, D, for example, and you need to know. Then he give you many choices. For example, he give you supermarket. So you need to know which letter is the supermarket. Which letter is the supermarket? You have to follow him step by step. So you can say supermarket is letter G. If he told you, you go from the entrance, then you go right, directly on your right you will find the supermarket. Then on your right on the map you will find letter G, a letter G. So G, supermarket is G. Amusement, amusement is C, and so on. These examples just for labeling part. Short answer questions. These questions common in section 4. He tell you a story or he tell you something about lecture, let's say. Then he asks you multiple choice, then something else. Then we have summary completion or short answer questions. For example, by the end of the listening recording, he asks you what activities are mentioned. Then he give you 1 and 2. This short answer, of course, you need to be careful about the word limit in each question in the listening. You have word limit. We will talk about this later. Then you need to write your answers here. This is what we call short answer questions. By this we come to the end of this session, which is about types of questions in IELTS listening. Now, as usual, I told you in each video we will have about 10 minutes to learn their spelling online, to practice with me directly their spelling online. Today I will give you 10 words or about 10 words. These words will be related to subjects. It is very common to have subjects names in the IELTS listening, and the most common subjects in the IELTS listening, I try to mention them here. Now, spelling online. So, as usual, I will say the vocab or the word, then I wait for 10 seconds, then I write it. Then you write with me and check your spelling. Number 1. I'm talking about subjects. The first subject is science. Science means al-ulum. What you study. For example, someone may ask, what will you be specialized? What will you be specialized? So you can say I'm studying science. How to write science? Spelling is very important in IELTS listening. So if you have a spelling mistake, then you will lose the mark. So science, this is the first word. The second word is politics. Politics means علم السياسة, and it's common in the IELTS listening. Politics. So I think now you finish politics. Practice with me directly. Number 3, the next subject or next word is history. History. I told you this can be in any section in IELTS listening. History. History means تاريخ. So always in my videos prepare pen and paper for this section, which is very important. By these videos you can improve your listening. Now biology. Biology تعني علم الأحياء. Biology. The next word is geography. What you study? I'm studying geography. Okay? Now I give you 5 seconds, 10 seconds to write the word. You have to be very fast and very accurate while you're writing, because you need these skills in IELTS listening. Of course, during the test, you don't need to write the whole word while you're listening. You can just write part of it. Then when you're given time to transfer your answers to the answer sheet, you will write it completely. But take care, in the computer-based test, there is no 10 minutes by the end of the listening test. Geography, I'm sorry. Now, number 6. The next subject, today we're studying subjects. The next one, literature, which means al-adab, literature. Now try to write it. It's a very important word, literature. Number 7, psychology. Number 7, psychology. I give you 5 seconds or more than 5 seconds to write it. If you are very slow in writing, you can pause the video, but no need. I give you 10 seconds. Psychology, there is P by the end. Psychology. You know, psychology means علم النفس. Now, علم الفيزياء أو الفيزياء. Physics. A lot of students find problem in writing this word. Physics, number 8. And number 9. Economics. علم الاقتصاد, economics. Economics, علم الاقتصاد. وأخيرا the word finally علم القانون أو القانون, which is law. علم القانون, it is easy word, it is law. By this we will come to the end of our video. لو عجبكم الفيديو اضغطوا على زر اللايك، ولا تنسوا الاشتراك في القناة وتفعيل جرس التنبيهات وعشان ما يفوتكم أي فيديو جديد. وانتظروني إن شاء الله في الفيديو القادم about strategies and techniques while you doing the test, not while you preparing for the test, while you are doing the test. What are the strategies? What are the main points I need to focus on them? Thank you very much.